Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Am I going? Yeah, I'm going. Okay. Just a second, I'm putting my iPad away. Okay. Alright, so I am back. And we're continuing on with this page. Okay, so I'm just thinking of where I'm going next. Okay, next. Okay, we're going to do, finally, the Distress Oxides. I do have one Distress ink I'm going to use. The rest are all Distress Oxides. I'm going to use Walnut Stain Distress Oxide. I'm going to use Vintage Photo Distress Oxide, Wild Honey Distress Oxide, and Rusty Hinges Distress Ink. I do want to get, oh, and this is Distress Ink too, the Wild Honey. I do want to get more Distress Oxides. I have some, but I do want more of them. I have this Distress Oxide in Broken China. We might use some of that. Let me see if we're going to. We'll probably use a little bit of this right here. Yeah, I think we're going to use a little bit of Broken China. I wanted to use Tumbled Glass, but it's all dried out. Which I don't even know why, because I haven't used my Distress Oxide or my Distress Inks for anything even dried out. But anyway, I wonder if I have more over here. Well, it doesn't matter. I was going to say, I probably have more somewhere else. You know, just one second. Let me check, guys. Nope, I don't. So what I'm hoping for is I am stocking, literally stocking, Hobby Lobby, because my Hobby Lobby, I bought a lot of good stuff in the sale, so I can't really complain. But I haven't, they haven't cleared out the Tim Holtz stuff yet. So, but you know, I'm frustrated about they haven't cleared it out, but at least I know that it hasn't been cleared out yet. So at least I know to still look for it. Other people don't even know if their stuff has been cleared out or not, you know? So I do know at least. Okay, we're just doing a little bit of this blue here and there. Thank God I do have the Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo, which is one of my favorites. So that's really cool. And I was able to get, because I have never bought any of the Oxides for regular price. I've gotten them on the clearance, like last year when they had the 75% off. Distress Inks, I've pretty much gotten those 75% off too, but when they originally came out, I've had some for like 5 or 6 years, so those were all the Distress Inks. And I did purchase those just like on sale and stuff. But now, I don't pretty much care about getting any more Distress Inks. I just like the Oxides because I love this oxidation, which we're about to see. I'm about to spray this with some water. Just a second. I'm also looking for this one ink. Oh, here it is. All right, so let me use my spray. My spray bottle. And let's start oxidizing all of this. And letting it run into each other. Let's go this way. Let's go that way. And I'm sorry if I'm out of frame, you guys. I am just playing with this, letting it go everywhere. Letting it do its thing. Ooh, I love it. Look how cool this looks. Fabulous. Okay, now there's one other thing I want to do to kind of see how much even more browny this looks. I want to go in places with this Bria Reese watercolor ink. So we're going to do that. Also, you know, I want to dry this. So let's dry this really quickly. Okay, guys, sorry. That took a little longer than I thought. Okay, so I'm loving how this is turning out. Let me see if I can bring you guys in a little closer. Yeah, I'll let you bring it a little closer. So I took a little bit of this Bria Reese ink, the watercolor ink that we got from Hobby Lobby this year and last year for 75% off. So it's the dark, like a dark brown color. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Ooh, look what I did. My hands. Just a minute. Let me wipe off my hands. Could have wiped that right onto my page, but I'm not. I'm going to wipe it off on this baby wipe. Ooh, it's getting on my rings. It came off. All right. The bottle has stuff all over it. Anyway, let me get out a brush. Which brush do I want to use? I know what brush I want to use. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Isn't this pretty? It's a mermaid brush with a mermaid fin. I got that. It's Jane Davenport's brush, and I don't use it enough. So I'm dipping it into the ink, that watercolor ink by Bria Reese, and we're just going to go over little areas and just deepen areas just a little bit here and there where I feel like I want to get it a little deeper, where I want to grunge it up a little more. So just here and there, we're just giving things a little more grunge. Okay. A little more grunge without making everything without making everything this brown color, because I don't want that. And I see a little bit here. Okay, I think this is good. I like the way this is all looking. Love it. Yeah, I'm just looking at things just a little bit more. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do, let me rinse my brush out. And you guys, I drew my girl. I drew my steampunk girl. I'm not sure if I'm putting a steampunk hat on her or not, but I did give her like some like fairy elf look ears and stuff. And her whole back is like all tattooed. I think it looks really cool. So that'll be the next thing. We're going to color her up so we can put the focal point, which is going to be this steampunky fairy elf. I like to put like coffee stains on my work. So I'm using this like little tube. I think I get this with like foil and stuff because it has the smaller hole. This is a paper towel one. And you can use either one or both. But I'm going to use the smaller one. And to me, these look like coffee rings. Just a second. When I get it going. Okay, I need a little bit more ink. There we go. Dang, this little bottle of ink is just a mess. I don't know what's the deal with it. Every time I touch it, it's a mess. Okay. So let's start making these little rings. I love it. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. I'm working a little bit, not working real close up, but I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. I like to do some like off the page like that. I'm also going to throw some coffee rings over here on this other page because I didn't put any coffee rings on it. Even though this page is done, it'll look cool with some coffee rings. That's what I call them anyways, coffee rings. Cool. And we'll put a coffee ring, okay, right there. Oh my God, I get hooked on these coffee rings. I can't stop. Okay, so that's good there. And then let's dry this. Anytime I have the dryer on and you guys don't want to hear the dryer, just fast forward. Okay, absolutely loving how this is coming out. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to take some Tim Holtz bits from his scrapbook paper that I've cut out. It almost looks like he sells like little ephemera pieces, but I cut all these out, which are really cool. I'll show them to you guys. I cut them all out. This is a whole, he has a whole page full of like cool old watches. Traveler, not watches, clocks. So here's another clock. This is a cool little thing from India. Love it. Another clock. I love that. That says Japan. So it's just all these little bits from his scrapbook paper that I've cut out. So if you have one of his pads and you love his like little ephemera packs, you can make your own Tim Holtz ephemera pack out of his scrapbook paper. Just cut some bits out of the scrapbook paper. Not that I know Tim Holtz for the 75% off. I've seen some people get the little collage bits, those little packages. Oh, believe me, if I see them, I'm getting them. They're like $1.99. There's a bunch of cool stuff in there. Okay, I like to glue these on because they're this paper is like cardstock, so it's kind of thick. So I like to use Eileen's Tacky, not my Mod Podge, but Eileen's Tacky. So let's get all these collage bits over here. Do I need any more of this ink? I think I'm done with the ink. No, the coffee stain. I might do something else with it. So let's just keep it. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this piece like right here. That looks good. You know what I want to do? Let's use a magazine so I have a glue surface. Okay, I'll do that over here. I'm just going to tell you guys, I always store my Eileen's Tacky upside down so that I can easily get into it. And it's not being easy. Just a second. I may need to go get a pen to poke the bottom. It might be clogged up. Oh, here I have a paper clip. Just a second. Storing it like that, the Eileen's Tacky, it's very thick. It's already at the bottom. It's just that it's clogged up. Because I need to put a little. Yeah, there we go. We got it now. I think. Still seems kind of clogged. All right, come on. All right, this should work now. Okay, we got it now. It had a little clog. Still seems like it has a little clog. We'll see. All right, let me get a one of my collage brushes. As I've said a million times, I like to use like magazines I can get for free, and I use them as little glue surfaces. Hey, C Rose, you know what I need to do is I need to use your, she gave me a telephone book. Because I had said, I don't think there's any more telephone books. Because it's hard to find a payphone. So I don't think there's any more telephone. She sent me a telephone book, you guys. Thanks, C Rose. I need to, I think it's right here. Is it right here? I do have it. All right, C Rose, I'm going to use the telephone book. I forgot I had it. That's why I haven't been using it. I'm sure you looked at my videos going, are you ever going to use the telephone book? Look, it's a small one too, so it's kind of cool. It's even actually better than the bigger one because then it can just fit right here on the side when I'm working. So I even like that better. Thanks, Rose. Do I want to put this like this? I do. Okay. So I have a focal point, which is going to be my girl, right? So what I'm doing right now, these are semi-focal points. That's what I call them. All these little pieces that I'm putting down. I told you guys, we're going to have a lot of layers. We're going layer crazy on this. What I'm always trying to create is like an old wall that's just old and chipped up and beat up and has a lot of graffiti on it. And maybe some posters were put on there and glued on there and then they were ripped off. And that's always the look I'm going for. No matter what I make, that's always the look. If I'm jelly printing, my favorite ones, I'm always trying to make like an old wall or an old door, like chipped up. I love grunge. And if it's not grunge, I love shabby chic. So like it's like pretty, but grungy still. So it's a pretty grunge. Some people are like, what in the hell are you talking about? But for those of you who watch my channel, you know. You're just sitting there going, yeah, that's you. All right, just a second. I'm checking my bottle because like, it's weird. What the heck is going on? I just checked it out and everything's fine, so I don't understand what the heck's going on. All right, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna put this piece in here somewhere. The glue's coming out of my bottle. It's just, I just have to really squeeze it hard to get it to come out. Which usually, if I store it face down, I don't have to really pressure it too much. I'm going to put this one here. I love this. This is so vintage. It's so Tim Holtz inspired. We're using some Tim Holtz scrapbook paper for little images, for little collage bits. And we're using his distress inks, which I love. And you guys look for this video. So I'm gonna do like 10 pages of nothing but combining different Tim Holtz distress inks. Especially if I get lucky and I can find even, I have quite a bit of distress inks, but I want to find more like all his new ones from last year at the 75% off sale. So I'm going back and forth with my Hobby Lobby right now. And I should be able to collect quite a bit more of the distress inks. So I would love to do like 10 background pages with collage bits and the Tim Holtz distress inks. So I'll have like a whole bunch of backgrounds, which I think would be so cool. Like have a few videos where we just work backgrounds. And then later we'll come in and decide, okay, what focal points do we want? So the background will determine the focal point, which could be cool. Okay, I got too much collage glue on there. All right, there we go. Oh, remember I told you my glue wouldn't, was having trouble coming out? Oh, now it's flowing like crazy. What the heck? Yeah, it flowed all over everything. Anyway, That's always the way. All right, I want to put a watch or a clock or something here. I think that looks good there. When you have collage bits that are made from cardstock or some type of paper that's a little bit thicker, it's always best to use the Eileen's Tacky because it's tacky. Trying to search for a better word. There is no better word. Make sure you guys are still there. All right, so let's keep applying our collage bits here and there. All right, we're going to do that. And I think it's an awesome idea to use your scrapbook paper in your mixed media, because how much scrapbook paper do we all have? Like way too much. And it's just sitting there and we're not using it. It's perfect for making backgrounds. It's also, look at this is my my sub focal points by putting these on there. They're great for that. They're also great for focal points. Cut something out of your scrapbook paper for a focal point. So it's all good. Yeah, I think I like that green clock better. All right, let's turn the page. Rose, I love this phone book to glue in. So cool. Oh, the other day we found a phone book. Remember I said I don't even think they have phone booths? We're at this one Albertsons, and it's an older Albertsons. It was behind like this pole. We're like, oh my God, there's a payphone. And they really need not to be getting rid of all the payphones. Because one time my phone was out of juice and I couldn't find my friend's house and I was looking for it. And I couldn't call her because my phone was out of juice. So I saw elementary school. I stopped by there and used their phone. But I mean, you can't just, I stopped like at 3 or 4 different gas stations. No payphone. This was like a couple years ago. That's when I realized there are no more payphones. But we should have them because things can happen, you know. You can run out of juice. Cell towers can go down. We're not beyond any of that happening, you know. Do I want that there or do I want... Yeah. Put that up there. We're so dependent on, you know, our technology, but sometimes our technology fails us, so we need to have alternatives. So, I mean, I doubt they bring the payphone back everywhere, but they kind of need to. Okay, I need to put a little glue right there because that's coming up for some reason. Go down. There we go. All right, let me look at the time situation. Okay, you guys, in the next 5 minutes, a new video will start. So just head to the next one. And we're almost finished. So if you head to the next video, just know we're almost done. So we'll just be doing things to finish up. Just to finish up here and there. You know what? Let's do these two together like that. Or no, like this. Do I want that or not? Or do I just want this like that? Just like that. And if you guys cut out a bunch of like collage bits out of the Tim Holtz paper or any paper, make sure that you put them in like a little pouch so you have them all saved. Like I took one of my Dollar Tree clear pouches and made my own little collage bit kit. So I'll put these in here so that I always have these. They're fabulous. Okay, so now I have all of my semi-focal points down, as I'm calling them. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to take my let's put this away, my script stamp, and script stamp over everything. You guys know I love to do that. I'm going to do it in black and I'm going to do it in brown. The brown's going to look like the script stamp is far back, and the black will look like more like it's more on top. And do I care if any of this is perfect? Absolutely not. What do I ever do that's absolutely perfect? Nothing. I think it looks better if you're doing work like this for it not to be perfect. Plus, it takes the stress off. You don't have to. We're not creating perfection. You're trying to create age. So, all right. So now I'm going to go right into the black and just hit that. Just go over. Okay. The brown just added more to the background. It doesn't show up majorly. The black shows up a little bit more. Still looks like it's in the background, but it'll come out a little bit more. And then let me just go like this everywhere just to get rid of anything excess ink on here. Okay, loving that. You guys know I pretty much always add that script stamp to everything. I just think it just adds magic, in my opinion. Now, the other thing I want to do is quickly, that's why I saved this here, the copy. I do want to make a couple more copy stains, just like over some of the collage bits that we did. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now I can clean that ink up. But I wanted to keep a little bit of that ink for that. All right, I'm not going to do all of it. I'm just going to do a little bit so that we don't go too much longer with this video. And actually, I think we might be able to, I don't think we're going to have to go to part 2, you guys, or another part. I think we're going to end it here. The only other thing I would do is take a Stabilo pencil and go around all of your, these little semi-focal points, just like this. Okay? And that just gives it some more grunge and some more emphasis on these pieces. And then just wet your finger and Penny, because I'm in a rush, I am using my spit. She hates when I do that. Okay. I mean, probably not totally, but, you know, kind of grosses her out. I want to put a little bit more of a, yeah. So do that, and then take your Stabilo and also, or water-soluble black crayon, and go around your edges, okay? Just for the sake of the video and for time, we won't go through all of that. We won't go through, you know, do all the Stabiloing on camera. But I do want to come in a little closer so you guys can see everything up close. And then the next video, what we're going to do on the next video is we'll color my girl up, my steampunk girl that I drew out. I just drew her and I'm about to ink her today. And then I'll come on and I'll color her. People enjoyed that last time to see how I shade and highlight my girl and color her up. So it takes a little time to do that, and how I do the hair. But people liked it last time, so I thought, you know what, that's worth doing. Because I was going to skip that and just do that, but we won't. So the next videos, we'll color my steampunk girl up. We'll put her in here. And so we have a few more things to do before we finish this up, okay? All right, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Let me know, is this something you want to try? Are you interested in creating like a very grungy vintage look? Have you played with the Tim Holtz Distress Oxides yet? If you haven't, let me know and tell me if you're going to play with them. They're so fun. And if you can't leave a comment, if you could just leave a thumbs up, that'd be great. And if you could share my video with others on your channel, or share my video on Facebook or Instagram, that would be awesome also. Or just, if you can, just share me on some of your videos. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, and I try to call people out all the time myself in my videos, as you guys always hear me talking about different people. Okay, you guys, that is it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.